Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today is a bit of a different video, I'd say. It's definitely more chill and I actually prefer watching these videos, so I hope you guys kind of like the different vibe. But today we're going to be doing kind of like a Q&A / ramble video because I kind of need this. I'm on the brink of a mental breakdown, so if it sounds like I am, it's probably because I am. Because I've literally just recorded this video 3 times. Actually, I might be on my 4th now. It keeps deleting the video basically, so I'm trying again. This will be my 4th time answering these questions as well, so it's getting like really repetitive, but hopefully you guys enjoy it anyway. If you didn't remember, I asked like you guys to ask me some questions on my giveaway video. I never got around to answering them, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to stop waffling because I'm actually scared the footage is going to delete again, so we'll just get straight into it. I'm also not going to try and pronounce these names because I will butcher them and that's high-key embarrassing. So I'm going to put it on the screen. This is the person that's asked it, and they've said, what type of videos do you plan on doing for the future if you're still going to do giveaways or make guides and stuff like that, because it'll be really great to watch. I'll definitely do more guides. I feel like they usually perform the best on my channel, so that is definitely like an important thing I do note. And definitely giveaways as well. I love giving back to you guys because obviously it's nice when, you know, I wake up in the morning and I open YouTube Studio and even 1 subscriber, like believe it or not, I notice when that little figure goes up and like it's just such a good feeling. I don't know how to describe it. That's why I like doing giveaways. On top of that, I do want to do more challenges. I don't know how you guys feel about the challenges. I don't know if they've been doing that well. One thing I do know is that the best performing video on my channel was my trade history dump one, so that will definitely come again. I will keep doing like different parts to that, but one thing I do want to definitely do is a transformation video. Obviously I did that with a stranger, but a lot of you guys actually commented on that video and said that you wanted me to transform your inventory. So if you're interested in that, please like comment your username down below. I don't log into your account. You just like give me pets that you want me to trade up with, and then like after a couple of weeks I'll obviously trade you the pets that I've got back. Don't comment your password whatever you do because you're probably gonna get hacked, and I will obviously get back to you if I go through with it. Another thing I want to do is a Porter Rich challenge. They're like the main things that I'm prioritizing right now. The next person, this is their channel name. They've said, what is your least favorite exotic pet that's worth a lot and why? Okay, well I'm gonna need a list up because I don't really care about exotic pets and I don't really like know any of them. I haven't got anything memorized. Okay, I've got a list. I'm just gonna go through them and say which ones I think are ugly. Already, bald eagle. Didn't even know that was an exotic. Black-chested pheasant. I don't know like how you got any of these. Oh, bald eagle was the Summer State Fair. Okay. 2024, I might have been actually on my break then, so that's why I don't know it. Diamond butterfly, I will never understand why everybody loves it so much. It must have been a hard pet to get because it's got such a high value. I just don't understand it, but I don't even think it's the prettiest. Emperor gorilla, don't really get that. Giant anteater is literally hideous. Sorry, not sorry. Giant blue scarab, giant gold scarab. Honestly, mini mackerel, I feel like I'm gonna get hate for that. I feel like everybody loves it. They say it's like a really funny pet, but like, I like having, this is gonna sound so flippin' weird, I like having a connection with my pet. When it's just like 4 little fish heads, like, I don't know, it's a bit weird, I guess. I don't know, they're the ones that I'm not asked about, basically, if that answers your question. The next one, Audrey Fisk, I think I pronounced that right. I've given it a go anyway. How long did it take you to get really good pets and adopt me? Okay, this is a weird question for me to answer because I don't really know. I've been on and off on Adopt Me. I've been playing since like well before pets came out. On this account, I think it says in my stats that I started in 2019, but it has been well before that. My first ever Roblox account was called Princess Ems147, I think, and I had to abandon that for obvious reasons. I think the username is quite self-explanatory. But like I've played Adopt Me on all them accounts, and any pets that I did have, I've always transferred to this account. So I've been playing since the beginning. I played like properly from the very beginning up until the Aussie eggs, then the fossil eggs came, and then you see after the fossil eggs I don't really have much of a recollection of which pets came in which order. I could name you the exact order until the fossil eggs maybe. I think it might have been the ocean eggs after that. I think after the ocean eggs I'm truly done. Like the urban egg, the danger egg, all of them, like I wasn't there for that. Oh, the Japan egg I was there for. The woodland egg I was there for. Yeah, is that the one with the fallow deer? I don't know. I took a big break though at one point because I kind of just grew out of it. Like at my big age I probably shouldn't be playing it. No hate to anybody that does, you're cool. I just don't let the gang know. Next person, once again it's just kind of letters, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen, but it said, what is your favourite egg? Well, I don't really know how to answer this because I obviously don't really have an attachment to eggs like I do pets. I think my favourite egg, like based off of what pets come out of them, would be the farm egg. Although saying that, like I do obviously like all the really old ones. Like I think the safari egg's really cool as well. It'd either be the safari egg or the farm egg, I think. But then the jungle egg's really cool. I don't know. Between them 3 probably. Okay, I think I can pronounce this name. Georgia D12. They've asked me 3. They said, oh no, they've asked a couple more. Okay. Have you ever won giveaways? No. What made you start posting on YouTube? I honestly can't pinpoint it because I've been posting on YouTube since I was like flipping 6. I'm now 16, so I don't know. I can't really remember. Maybe 6 was an exaggeration. I think I started about 9. I used to do like little singing videos. I've tried everything. I've tried vlogs, I've tried Roblox, I've tried singing. A lot of them channels are still up, but you will not be finding out because obviously my face is in them. I just think I have a passion for YouTube, point blank. It doesn't really like matter what it is. I've always just liked filming videos. Yes, Roblox wise, I've always liked Flamingo because like obviously he's not an Adopt Me creator, but like he plays other games and so do I. But, like Adopt Me wise, I think we all used to watch like Leah Ash and I Am Senna back in the day. So if anything, I would say them guys made me like Roblox and the idea of YouTube. Even Dennis Daly, I remember watching him as like a little kid. Them people were like my childhood, I'd say. What do you like about Adopt Me? I don't know. I really shouldn't like Adopt Me. I'm so insecure right now. I'm literally at my grown age. Maybe like the idea of just like having a proud inventory. I like making megas. That's what I like about it. I feel like it's very rewarding when you spend a lot of time doing something. But saying this just makes me realize how sad my life is because these are literally pixels. And then what's the best trade you have ever gotten? I've had loads, but like you've got to remember a lot of these were in 2020 or like 2021. When the Fossil Legs first came out, I made a Neon Dodo. I got a Frost Dragon for it. I then cried hysterically for days about this. I seemed to be under the impression that I had lost. Back then values weren't really a thing. You couldn't like search up like a value calculator online. It wasn't like that. You had to just kind of like, I don't know, guess what they were. And then I was absolutely distraught. So then I tried to trade Frost Dragon back for a Neon Dodo, but then nobody wanted Frost Dragon for a Neon Dodo, which was crazy. And then eventually I settled for a Neon Turtle. So actually that might have been one of the worst trades as well at the same time. Eventually I got the Neon Dodo back. I had to do a lot of downgrading to get it and it was not worth it. Another trade I remember was a Neon Dragon for an Arctic Reindeer. And once again, I literally cried hysterically for days. I get so attached to pets and for some reason I thought it was a big lose, and I think I ended up going back to a Neon Dragon. So all of these trades have downsides. One more. I think it was a Neon Albino Monkey and a Neon Dodo for a giraffe, and I did that on a TikTok live stream maybe in like 2021, 2022. Values weren't really a big thing back then either. I think that's when values were slowly starting to have their own spectrum, I guess. Okay, the next questions are by Sheepdog Queen. I can say that. What's your favourite Adopt Me pet? Always been albino monkeys. I've got the mega, it's my dream. And then they said, what was your first ever DP? Probably mega albino. Although actually no, giraffe. Giraffe was actually, yeah. And I got that, like I said, I got my dream pet in 2022 on that TikTok live. I called her Cheesecake. And then I ended up trading her for the mega albino monkey that I have now, because that ended up being my new dream pet. What's your thoughts on exotics? I could talk about exotics all day long. And if you want to hear me ramble a bit more, you should probably check out my controversial opinions video, because I talk a bit about preppy and exotic values. I think they're just stupid. I think Adopt Me is losing its whole concept, like values are losing its whole concept. People will just name anything as exotic nowadays. I think it's stupid. Like in my head, the definition of exotic should be something that's rare to find, but we're just labeling anything that's preppy to look at as exotic. That's all I really had to say about it. I think they're just useless. The next person, I think it's pronounced Kaylee Welsh, and I actually recognize this person because they put their Roblox username because obviously they were entering the giveaway, but I met them in game, which is really cool. They're the first person to actually recognize me in game. Like I'll never forget that. That was like really, it was weird, but it's so nice as well. They actually said in your last video you said you finished school. What was the hardest exam? That is so weird that people listen to me. Guys, I waffle a lot in my videos. I actually forgot I even spoke about school, so the fact that somebody listened to that. I haven't had my results day, so I can't really like put it into a perspective as a whole. Based off my current knowledge, what I found the hardest sitting there and doing was science. I genuinely don't think I've passed science. Another one that I really struggled with was geography. I'm hoping that I have passed geography because like I'm one of them girls where I'm like I suck at numbers, math, science, but then I'm like better at English and geography. But for some reason I did really bad in my geography, or at least I feel like I did, and I don't know why. And I did struggle with maths, but I'm hoping that I passed maths. If I talk about it for long enough, I literally will cry, because if I fail maths I'm gonna have to like do an extra year in college, and it's kind of scary. And like I really fell out of my maths teacher in year 11. Like we kind of started to dislike each other in year 10. We had a fine relationship in year 9, but by year 11 couldn't sit in a classroom with him. We would just bicker the entire time, and it really like made me struggle with just learning maths in general, which I think is why I struggled so much. So I'm glad I never have to go back to that prison again. The next person is called Daisy Flowers. What made you start YT? Yeah, we had this question before. Same goes really, just like the YouTubers that I used to watch back in the day. I've always just had a really weird obsession with posting videos, no matter what it is, Adopt Me or not. Alex M6008 also asked the same thing. Jake King asked, how do you get such amazing traits? I really don't feel like I do. I'll be honest. I make a lot of trades that I end up regretting. I guess some of the good trades that I've done, I find a lot of my really good trades off of Tradery or Adopt Me Trading Values. I would not use the website Adopt Me Trading Values for values. Ignore that because I think they're really inaccurate. Although so is Elfbred and I use Elfbred. I don't know. But there's like a section on Adopt Me Trading Values where you can put in what you would like to offer for a certain pet, and like it sends it out to everybody who has that pet. I think that's how it works based off of my knowledge. So it's a really easy way to get people to accept it because more often than not somebody will. And same goes with Tradery. I think it's just an easier way. But also talking about values, I would definitely use a value site. People either usually go for Adopt Me GG or Elfbred nowadays. I feel like Adopt Me GG is currently more popular, but I can't wrap my head around the figures that they use, like the different numbers. I think Elfbred's just easier to memorize. And then I just like kind of use a mix of that and Happy Values because sometimes I think Elfbred is a bit inaccurate as well. I think some values can be rigged, so I kind of have my own interpretation as well. The next person is OKYT. This person actually won the giveaway. What did you think of Adopt Me when you first started? They said, I always thought it was just a game because I couldn't understand the hype. I joined during the pandemic. Well, I've been playing since the start, so I think it's just one of those where I actually didn't appreciate it while it was so new and nostalgic, and now when I look back I realize how amazing it was. But I think back then I wasn't obsessed with it. I just played it as like a normal game. It was just one of them. And then during like the pandemic, similar to you, I got really involved in it because like, I don't know, we were all bored at home. Marty Pom 4390 asked, what was the worst trade you've ever done? I basically answered this before. I used to do stupid trade. I used to get like really big overpays, but then I'd miss my pets because I was attached to them, aka when I traded a Neon Dodo for a Frost Dragon, and then I literally got so upset. They're the ones that I can remember anyway. The next one, oh my god, I'm so sorry if I like don't pronounce these right. In fact, this is the last one. Cadence Perry said, what's the most overrated pet in your opinion? I just don't know if my opinion is really valid because I've spent a lot of time taking breaks off of Adopt Me, so I don't know why certain things have certain values, but I don't get like the diamond butterfly hype. I'm pretty sure that has quite a big value. I'm gonna check now just to make sure that I'm actually like right and I'm not spreading false information. Yeah, that's like 70. That's around like a crow or an evil unicorn, around that like area, and I just cannot understand how a pet that is so recent is managing to get up there with the high tiers. I feel like we shouldn't even be able to touch the high tiers. That was what was so special about Adopt Me. If you got a high tier, it was so cool. And now it's like not even that hard because any pet can just rise in value and like they're no longer untouchable. I hate that, but I get it and it's fine. I'm like, I don't get it. That's just how I see it. It doesn't like mean anything. It's not personal. That being said, that was the last question. I hope you all enjoyed my little ramble. I've been voice recording for 21 minutes, so I hope that I can cut it down slightly. I don't like making long videos. I feel like I don't have a very long audience retention, so yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you all here. I hope to do an inventory transformation soon, or a Portal Rich challenge soon, or a trade history dump again. I feel like that's what you guys have kind of been asking for. If you're excited for them, notify my channel, is that how you say it? Post notifications even. And yeah, I hope it won't be too long before I post another video, and I hope to see you all again soon.